decision is to war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. Shadow work and left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. Protect plus homeschool. Our babies is a must. They not just no moms, but also no posses. Bola, worshiping pedophiles. Wanna feed our children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon-based to silicone-based. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Water system irrigation and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm sad, I'm not some master teacher. No, am I some pastor or preacher? Was released from prison with this passion to speak up. After doing 25 years in the beast cuffs. Realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, tones, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets.
We're really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment. And they're framing it to us as, innovation, right? Where we should all be so excited that this is happening. And, I equate it to like the Golem bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
Nah, bro. Come on, bro. Nah, come on. You almost there, bro. You almost there. Survive. Push up.
I do it die for Chi-Town. Who am I but Chi-Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just slide down. Blue sky but high ground. A crown slash helmet. So my aircraft still spit. Can't be tied down or even seat belted. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The remnants of cash money, I just smelled it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked the cause my hand, I dealt it. Felt the vibrate from the gut of my pelvic. The bust all on some ice and some velvet shit. So radiant, I keep a dark room well lit. Cause you little goofies are well quick. Body for real monkey velvet. Body you not for Mars, is a female's clip. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit my flows to shit. To a fly zone, haters wanna crucify a real man. I still stand with the still hand, but we're healer man. It's not Cypress Hill, I'm Tuttle Sheep. I'm one tough cookie, I don't follow our set standards. Catch me, you gon' have to do more to scamper. Need more to scanners, I'm off the radar. I am as you goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper or bruh. You stagnated, well I straight evolve. At a rate, I'm data space AC, y'all. Buster stuck in the cage, face off. Actor shape the state, use a fake, a fraud. Battlestar intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect comes from practice, so I rhyme best. I excel like I'm climbing a step. You got a lot to learn. I am adept, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement, width, lift, height, and depth. I'm just piloting up. Flying a jet, spray the adversary. Martial Chronicles like Ray Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy, goddammit. Sebastian Capero of a fly bandit. Mohawk aviators, aerodynamics. And it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A Christmas Carol lies what your fans get. Your rose and pearls what I transmit. it as a transcript, or I just spit it off the top. It's either shit or get off the pot. This shit's hot.
Wants to get his own crew. Everybody wants to get his own crew rich, and then they want the other little people never get a piece of the pie. That only go for the better. That go for you niggas that think that y'all big too. I understand this. That's why you niggas and crackers can't stand me. You niggas just know that I know you can't do nothing if you're broke. Listen to me, young people and old people too. Mostly black people. I'm talking to you.
Sure. Y'all really thought that I was done with y'all. Nah. I'm really down on y'all. Fellas up. We not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side ops. Looking past the shy spot. Third eye gang cyclops. I don't eat pork, but I will fry cops. For foes, my heart's cold as an icebox. I'm saying die ops. From the skybox, I got scope on you pilgrims. The scope with some rules. Some of our folks are still dumb. Yeah, and blind to the fact that blood, we gon' have this real some warrior spirits inside me. That's where it's real from. The world's a stage, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, placate or rage. This is played out. Rules of a dying society should have been disobeyed out. Forehead and knees off the floor should have been prayed out. The draft is on, COVID's no issue. Coulda bloated in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle to who holds the pistols. The debacle's about who owes who the fiscal. Disregards the aboriginal issue. We not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bond or whack. It's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. A fool is known by his speech, yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. I'm other than we, a sucker or me. Stand on 2 feet, one turn the other cheek. The wise man known by his silence, mostly disguised compliance. Silence by clients from conspiring connivance. Other aspirants of violence, tyrants of fire. Striding their guidance to hide, I'm striding defiant. And environs of migrants, I'm hearing the sirens. Ring in my ear, they've got indictments. These pedophiles, queers, groupies, and hype men. Alignments, the assignment. I'm not the wisest, I'm non-flying. My refinement and confinement, the requirements for this climate. Y'all push all the paperwork, or y'all can protest, but they can't escape this work. I vow to progress, don't duck, no wreck. Drill music for real. My soul they don't possess. Real foolish with no deal. Ain't playing with none of them. It's personal, know what the business is. Big Mom says come full circle, so vacate your premises. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bond or whack. There's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, or Big Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bond or whack. There's a big fat,
what's up, baby?
Yellow, white, red, brown, black.
What's up, mama?
Big Mac, whether earth is round or flat.
Sharon, Jerry, oh, what's up?
Kichiwa.
Just like a rap.
And my music, and a lot of this music, it's only talking about the suppressed rising. I mean, the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
3-pound pressure, no weight pressure. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight pressure. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight pressure. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight pressure. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. Stop time for change, got a bounce up. The oppressor's about to get tossed up. I'ma lay him out, execution's down, too late for the apologetic claim. You wrapped in a cloak of flame by God, it's overdue, your time is to the end. Lockdown silent without sin. You put me on the planet for justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled down. With suppressors attached in the war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger popping like Ericone. Backed by the honorable, who sits at the pinnacle. Who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the pitiful, sinful. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions.
We know it ain't Farrakhan, but yeah.
Don't take any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand. Or kneels too late when the caps get bills. Don't believe it till you see it tight. Ruin hits close to home. You gotta act the bone, but it got the dome when it's on the zone. All red in my vision through sight. It's gonna be killed whenever I fight. From above, I'll be given the right.
What's up, boo? Hey, Fred, what's up, baby? What's going on, brother? I said as loud as now. Let's see. Go. Oh, ain't nobody from 0742. Only a handful from there will come. You know what I mean? That's if they're not in church or whatever, you know? Look, come and look. Because, you know, the spell is heavy, hon. The spell is heavy, all right? The spell is heavy. I'm letting my watermelon get some sun. I'm going to build a box today. A couple of them.
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I mean
T's got some nice water absorption. I want to get these. Well, I can't right now because I had to send out $500 one way and $200 the other way. I'm gonna do that anyway. I'm getting to a point where everybody got to pay me back now, but I've been doing it for over a long time. I've been just, and I don't want them back because it's fiat. It's the government owes us, and people don't get it what a note is. But I'm not here to break that down. I've been studied the laws, foreign, maritime. The note means that them fake Zionists owe everybody here. So how can they own the land? I don't think people get how they play because they don't want to study the true history of Germany, the Bolshevik, the Tsar falls, and all that. India, Hindustan, what they call India, they did that as a favor. They went over there and conquered and tore down their capitals and everything. Tartary. Nobody wants to hear this. So you got a lot of punks over there right now who are in charge and delegating authority to the people and separating by religion that didn't exist there. If people would look at the Magadha, I'm not going to get into it. Because if I start saying certain words and stuff, some of the Hindus might be like, how does he know that? I'm not here to stop what's going on. I'm here to tell some of y'all to have a little respect, to get a little different place. But it's hard for people to consciously get into a different position. You know, we was talking yesterday, and I'm a very open individual. I have no secrets. Well, I have things I don't have to say, and never will. God's is about to get his CDL, and we know he is. And so he's going to be going over to jurors, take care of some things. It's going to be me and T here working. Then T is going to be next up. Me, I can go and get my GI Bill. I want to get my CDL back. Some people know after the military I had my CDL. Well, that's why I was able to drive the trucks at Cisco Food. I didn't utilize it. They were just surprised I knew how to drive the trucks. And they were like, and I showed them the CDL. It was outdated because I didn't keep it up. In the military, you didn't need that. You had that green ID. You could drive anything. That should allude to these fake Zionists who are telling people there is no right to travel. The federal, the Supreme Court already did that. We're going to get into some things. I first need to set a boundary. So I'm going to get it back. I know me. I know I can't drive forever, so it'll be more, like T said yesterday, it'd be more rural. It would be, because OTR on the road, I'm not in my 20s and 30s. I'm not driving 500,000-pound bombs in Puerto Rico or anywhere else, working with the guys at Top Gun, the Air Force, learning how to operate the satch loaders and from the truck, and it's some crazy stuff, some like alien, but regardless of learning all that, I figured, why not? I mean, I could right now over at Safeway, they were like, why don't you apply, man, and be assistant manager, Yeah, I'm 100%, my back, my knees, I weld. I'm local 4. I'm still with the union there, out of Page. Work with a lot of Navajo brothers. I just had to help one of my boys be gay out and send him $200 in Texas. Went from one electric coal-fired plant. He's heading to Louisiana. So his truck has some issues, and I only had $200 to spare to him. So that's why I'm kind of asked out right now. I always like to keep $700 or $1,000 in my account. The other one, she's a queen, so she gets the $500. You know what I'm saying? One of mine, my offspring, I'm not gonna ever say no. And I might just let her know she got to pay me back. You know, that's this time around, I done bought you this, I done bought you that, I done bought you that. and you have enough to be able to get these things yourself. But I'm also aware of how I was robbed of time. So I have no problem. I can't make up. I can't do like my Uncle John Amos did with his son, who was a meth head, out there working with Death Row Records and all that goofy stuff, you know. I think he neglected John. John was attempting to reconnect all his years in, you know, NFL and Hollywood. But my aunt was the best thing for him, and, you know, he chose to go back. And she was his power of it, you know. It's what family's supposed to do. You know what I mean? As far as the black community, autochthonous, indigenous, aborigine, whatever you want to call it. Some people are attempting to lay claim as if you can't say this or you can't say that. We have a certain right. If you want to say you're from Africa and you're ignorant steed, then so be it. And if you want to go there, go. All right? But what's really got me ripped, when I look at all these little things, these little facets of life, I'm not empty because of that. The penny does not make me, nor do I make the penny. You get what I'm saying? And in this world, that seems to be the common denominator. So I pulled up a few things, okay? And I wanted to extrapolate on these things. I don't want to be, there's no need to be all nasty and impolite and everything, because I have no hate. I have friends from Ghana. I have friends from Nairobi, Nigeria. I have comrades, brothers who know they from here on the Ivory Coast. I have brothers in the Congo who are fighting, who I don't even know if they're alive, 2 of them. One served in the United States military. Yes, sir, as a Marine. I met him. He running through the ship, hitting us with the M16. One day I got him in the gym when I was getting ready to tighten him up. And he had that accent. But he, you know, he came here as a kid, you know, as a young one, I guess a child soldier. And he went back. And I remember the last text, hey, he had to say, hey, I got to do something. He's got a couple other brothers that served in the military here. Some guys who served in the British Royal Marines. And they went out there to get after these dumb, goofy terrorists. The label given by the Zionists. And my heart, my existence lays in lamentation for everybody. It doesn't mean that it removes me from the darkness of who I am. You can figure that out to be whatever you want. I already explained that what the darkness is. It isn't what it's been made out to be, but to each his own. But there is a shadow over this so-called black folk. And it's the biggest shadow of hypocrisy I've ever seen. I look at all these people who are communicating about certain things going on with Trump, removing with the contractors, the segregation rule. I need to break that down for these intelligently fraternity, you know, signed on Kappa, Delta, Phi, Sigma, whatever it is, goofy stuff. They don't know that they put a curse on themselves. But regardless of that, right? And they're branding themselves. They don't really know what they're doing. Our people were never meant to do that. But anyway, they've brought into, when you look at New York Times, the Daily Wire News, and all these other things, the CNBC, and all these people who are saying, "Oh, Trump's bringing slavery, but he's bringing segregation. It's going to be white and colored only." I can never look at these individuals and take them serious again. I look at 2 of the pictures of the individuals that burning up Teslas. They look like, remember that little doll from the 50s or 40s, right? The Howdy Doody with the freckles and the little hat. They look like that goofy thing. Or Bozo the Clown without makeup. They look like, how do you get the dumbest individuals in existence, it's not cursing them, to do the dumbest? Schumer and all of them told them to go out there, set everything on fire, as if that's all right. But we'll tap into that in a minute. And then we have these so-called melanated liberals, when our ancestors were the original Republicans, who just can't get their faculties together. They are running around in a hodgepodge of this, that, you know, forget whitey. They done created the word YN for the youngins who out there doing dumb things. You see what just happened to these goofy little Crip gangster heads, right? Whatever the idiots that the feds ran out on, telling their stories on Adam 22. He's a Jew too. I don't care what anybody says. Anyway, right? He all gay, wife's getting pounded out by a brother, and he done went and had sex with a hymns, whatever. You know, And a lot of y'all subscribe to that stuff. That is not who our people are. I read the comments. I go over there. I'm not subscribed to his channel. It pops up all the time. You mention the name AI, right? And it's there on YouTube. It all works the same. Anyway, and so I've looked at some of the dumb stuff, right? And I've read the comments because I don't care about what he's saying. I can mute it and read the comments. And I'm like, oh, shit. And for anyone to think that that's what Trump did, I already talked about the DEI thing, right? If you're that stupid and you're that caught up in it, your litigation is the fact that you don't know nothing. You're living in absurdity, and that's your choice. You are the problem that keeps the problem going. But you see all these, especially the female Negroes, they just run around cursing everybody out. They want to have the ones that don't have nothing. They want to go and rob some as if nothing's going to happen to it because liberals said it ain't nothing, don't worry about it. Then they turn around and do something else to show that they have control over them. Then you have the ones wanting to assimilate and be white and don't even know what the hell they're doing. But some say, what's being white? Well, that's giving up a whole lot of frequencies and everything else. That's giving up your original story to want to be something that you're not. You cannot be. Just like what people need to know, there's a balance. There's no such thing as a white and black. There is your identity. You need to hold it and keep it. And if you start mitigating to be something that is unnecessary, that's why I'm going to read when I got to read, because how can you sit there and everybody screaming segregation and a bunch of goofies that crashed out, ran over to Kenya and Ghana and all these places, talking about it especially from California, New York. Oh, y'all ought to see it. Ain't even Texas. This nigga just went, ran over there. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny. It's funny to me. And then you got the ones saying revolution. You got the ones running around Islam and wearing all black and burn the American flag, but they don't, how they ever see them burn the Blue Lives Matter. This is the craziness of it. And they really think they know what they're doing. They're being misrepresented. They're being misled by the likes of I don't like saying their names. I've said them a few times, right? Martin, bro, right? Dr. Rich, is another one. They're being misled and misrepresented. And also that dumb Negro that's always in Africa talking about the out of Africa experience in Black America. Now, the problem I don't have is the people over there utilizing our stories and our music and us to speak influences on being a great people. I don't mind the Kenya brother and a couple of the sisters and the twins. I don't mind them doing that, because what they're doing is that they're actually showing they have to utilize us. They can't use nothing over there. They just can't. Some of them didn't even know we invented the helicopter, the airplane, and this, that, and another. I had to hit them up. I was like, and show them. Because that's what British they've done over there in France to the as far as the Dutch and all that, and the Portuguese and Brazil. They run around, they don't know nothing. Even in Hindustan, they don't know nothing. They don't know that we invented all this stuff. Their history was eradicated, and they're running around. Even marsupial, like our people here, they don't even know. They weren't killed off, all of them. The heads and the leaders, a lot of the elders, and that's why they doing the dumb stuff they're doing. But here, it should be different. Let me read what was going on here. Let me just pull it up, man. Because I can't do it no more. First, I want to read this. While the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which outlawed discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin, is a landmark piece of legislation, it's important to know that the Indian Civil Rights Act of 1968, there is no Indian Civil Rights Act of 1968. So he didn't sign nothing. That's fictional. That's what these fake Zionists did, because I actually got I couldn't handle it. I got to see the original one, saw the back of it. It's also known as the Indian Civil Rights Act. They can't help themselves. But yes, President Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Civil Rights Act of 1968, also known as the Fair Housing Act of April 11, 1968. The landmark legislation sliding along President Johnson aimed to address housing discrimination and it had nothing with no goddamn Indians, which they try to play. And there's no such thing. Look it up yourselves. I saw the original one. God, you know me, I like to go around and see some things. You know, I went to King James Castle, got to actually see the original. You know, and I couldn't touch it. Died there with white gloves. All right, went to Germany, this, that, and other. They want you to be something else for this land. Whatever they doing over the Palestine, right? These idiots ain't do here. Zionists, yeah, okay. Let IDF run around. You got Mossad and all these special operators. Let them run over here with that bullshit. And a lot of them are from here. And they're not the original people. The original people are right here on this land. The original Semitic people are right here, and they're called Negroes, black, colored, African American, one time an Indian in the 1920s. Why did it change in the 40s and 50s? You figure it out. These monkeys are the sickest disease walking the earth. All right? That's how stupid they are. And when you look this up, you'll see it. Play it out in front of you. I know they have a Photoshop with this little light-skinned, half Italian or Mexican cat standing by Lyndon B. Johnson. That was not signing no 68 Housing Act. That's because it's one and the same with the 1964, because things were just still deplorable. Why am I saying this? Okay. All these rocket scientists out here know everything. I studied black history. There, you studied dead history, something that never existed. Martin Luther King Jr. famously expressed the concern, "I fear I am integrating my people into a burning house," suggesting that, listen to this, even with integration, systemic issues like poverty and lack of opportunity could lead to continued hardship and violence. Because them fake ass Jews, the Zionists, know what you're capable of, my Negro brothers and sisters. I am not your Negro. Thank you, James Baldwin. Now, when you look at the context of integration, right, you look at the King and the Civil Rights Movement, right? He fought for the integration, believing, and you know what believing means, not knowing, it's a hunch, a guess. It was essential for Black Americans to have equal opportunities and access to society. One of the worst things he did, we were better off away from society. King's concerned because we just didn't know how to get our shit. A lot of us had our shit together. We fought back. We were still fighting. And that's what scared them. They had to get a nigga to betray us. And when he woke up and realized it, well, whatever. You saw the fake FBI documents and files. King's concerns, while advocating for integration, King also recognized, you remember they were writing his stuff, recognized the potential for problems that could arise if the underlying issues of poverty, inequality, and lack of opportunity were not addressed. That's why Messy Jesse got involved, because he worked for the feds. He had to have a close eye, just like you saw, what's his name, Henry Kissinger in the Oval. He didn't have the authority. He didn't have the background or anything to be there. He was put there by what's considered APAC today through the ADL and all that other bullshit to watch and monitor everybody that was being paid and to let certain agents know if anyone stepped out, they would have got rid of them, just like they did JFK. Same thing with this idiot. When you had Cornel West, you had Jesse Jackson, you had a handful and about 5 or 6 individuals working on security who actually work for the feds. And the moment he started saying whatever, they had to disappear him. However they do it, it doesn't matter whether they took him out or not. You people are so unconcerned with the truth. You like the proxies of what may be a narrative painted that creates a truth. The burning house metaphor. The metaphor of a burning house, you can look this on Google. I'm on Yannick's. The metaphor of a burning house highlights King's fear that even with integration, the fundamental problems of society could lead to a destructive environment for so-called Black. We know that we're Aboriginal, the original people of this land. Underlying issues, King believed that America was failing to address the needs of the poor. It was a band-aid, a dressing. And what's amazing is all these HBCUs, all these black dumb fucking colleges, they push this Martin Luther King, all these great things, you know, and then they paint a different picture because it was their people that played a part in the dissemination and destruction of the very people with the black churches and everything else. You see that now. The Diddy parties, everything is influenced by these HBCUs, all these fraternities and everything else. These Greeks, all of them. You see the niggas playing basketball with the boule, all this, the ankh, which they shouldn't have on their body. They're too stupid to know better. If anything, they're trying to make the swastika, which is a Swahili, Hindu, Southern Peruvian, whatever. It's the word means, it's like life. It's the circle. It's a like a talisman. It has nothing to do with Nazism and this, that, and the other. That is something that if I was going to have some on my body, it would be the goddamn swastika, which is not even pronounced swastika, which is a Hinduist, when you understand, is other different words that are utilized to teach you these things. Now that people are waking up, that's why they need to destroy everything, because motherfuckers are going to get to a point where they ain't tolerating none of this. But they already push themselves in the positions because you got these dumb, lazy, worthless Negroes in colleges and corporate America and the government who have sacked y'all so they can have some kind of worthless existence. To feed the desires of the flesh, but not of the spirit. Okay? So call for justice and opportunity. King's statement underscores his belief that true progress required not only integration, all right, but he was doing it based on fear, but also a commitment to ensuring that the underclass was given justice and opportunity. Well, him talking about coming to collect a check was talking about because of what we had taught all these motherfuckers. We had taught my light-skinned brothers and sisters, we had taught y'all how to farm the land, how to till the soil. We taught y'all how to even repair structures that they were running around blowing up, making accidents, using all their little weapons and everything. Yeah, that's a fact. All right. Let me go on to the next part. I can't see what this sun is freaking destructive. So Trump's admin no longer requires ban on segregated facilities and government contracts. Trump's admins 4 days ago no longer requires ban on segregated facilities and government contracts. Government contracts. I want to help you all understand something. The Trump-Musk regime, this is the nation. You got Negro, you got all kind of Zionists, USA Today, all these economic times. Yet, if you would take the time and actually go, I don't know if some of you are going to pay for it, but if you was to go over to, I believe it's the Trump administration dropped policy prohibiting contractors from having segregated facilities, the New York Times, you can read that. But there's also another one, because I know some of you are like, I ain't paying for that yet. That's not the one you got to pay for. The one that actually breaks it down is a whole nother newspaper, not NPR or none of that. Excuse me. Let me pull it up. The Washington Post. I do have an account with them. I haven't paid them, so I'm not going to go in there. But a lot of people, the Trump administration, the Trump didn't break back segregation. So that's the one that y'all can go ahead, if you got it, go and read that article. But I'm going to read this one right here. I'm going to break it down as best as I can. Okay? Trump administration, and this is by Eric L. Green, Niggers. All right, one of y'all's well-educated, dumbass HBCU motherfuckers. Anyway, Trump administration dropped policy prohibiting contractors from having segregated facilities. Okay, so the first thing the media's got to do, because the Zionists need to keep a separation of division, need to get fake dumbass racists a hope for some dumb shit. Yeah, I don't want to drink behind them, because you got idiots that still think like that with they nasty ass selves. But anyway, first thing they put is pictures. This is what these dumb fucks do. This is what your fake ass government does. You know, the black and whites with whites only, colors only. You know, the water fountain with the little partition with the dumbass Peckerwood who's comes from an incubator or a Cabbage Patch baby, and then the original inhabitant of the land sitting there drinking from two different fountains. Well, at that time, fluoride wasn't going in that one. They had a different where fluoride was going into the Negroes. So, oh, y'all didn't know that? Oh, okay, that's a whole nother topic. We can get into that later. Yet, let me help you out here. The Trump administration has removed a long-standing directive from the civil rights era that explicitly prohibited federal contractors, keep that in mind, from allowing segregated facilities. The latest move to eradicate diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, that dumb shit. You know, niggas already come up some with a probably a nigga was getting bopped up the butt by some fake ass Jew. But anyway, this is what they got to do. I don't care about no ads. These dumb punk motherfuckers ain't stopping nothing. The removal of the segregated facilities policy was included in a memo last month from the General Services Administration, which manages federal property and oversees procurement. Procurement, you know what that is? What that word is? It's a slick word for what? Yeah, your land and everything else. Anyway, for the federal government, the memo, which is sliced by the fake banks and everything, which some of y'all waking up to, but dumb niggas push it. I got a Bugatti. So the fuck what? I got 2 feet, motherfuckers, with some rubber soles on it. Anyway, which I can walk barefoot, which is probably better, which applies to all civilian federal agencies, was among the many directives from agencies aiming to purge safeguards put in place in the 1960s. to comply with executive order. That tells you they didn't give a fuck about what the agency, what the directives and everything was put in federal. They didn't care about what these federal motherfuckers were saying. Anyway, comply with executive orders issued by President Trump on race and gender identity. In his first days, because that goddamn agenda shit is some bullshit. That's more of that fake Jew motherfucker. That's why I say Hitler did the right thing back in Germany. But you dumb motherfucker, because you done had a taste of that shit, you can't tell the difference of what's right, what's morally sound, and what's not. Most of our people never really bucked with homosexuals in the first place. Now, you had a couple of incidents, because some of them boys out there done did something, and then, you know, they make themselves right, guys from prison, because 90% of them niggas in prison is doing some weird shit that they've been in there for life for over 15 years. So anyway, Felice Johnson's all over the place. They come back right to their wives and kids. I'm just being honest, sisters. So anyway, when you look at it, yeah, we've had a couple of incidents when dumb Negroes did shit, but you gotta see that it's a deeper perversion than you can imagine. Something our people would never do going back to the 40s and 50s. Now, anyway, in his first days in office, Mr. Trump directed agencies to rid themselves of harmful and wasteful diversity policies and gender ideologies. I can pretty much sum it up like this. The reason why is because he was letting you know that the shit ain't been working because there's still racism. The government's been playing a dirty role in it. You got stubborn ass Negroes, and he needs y'all to see it for yourselves. And you know what? There ain't nothing wrong with segregating to get your motherfucking head right and cleaning out the house. And that's why he's putting it back in states as far as education system too, putting back in the states in the parents' hand. Nobody should be telling melanated children their history or any motherfucking thing. Another reason why they removed it. Y'all think they're removing them statues because they're removing them because of all this. No, they're getting rid of fake ass history. But you have a chance, unlike when Bush did what he did in Obama, y'all niggas didn't know it. You could have got your lands back, this, that, and other. He is doing and moving in a way that facilitates either y'all see it or you don't, and they're aware that most Negroes are dumb right now. They're not walking in their steeds. They're probably walking in 3% out of 100% of their known truth. And some of you light-skinned and all you Spanish and all you Americanized dumb motherfuckers should see this as a benefit for your goddamn selves. But y'all are lacking too. There's something very irresponsible that's happening in this land. And you people are fucking caustic and stupid, and you are to blame. You can't even see what the fuck is happening. I'm not some motherfucking chili. Obviously, he's not for fucking Trump. I can give a fuck less about him or anybody. All right? Okay? But he is the president, and I stand behind what actually takes, because I see beyond the scope of the bullshit. Now, who is pushing it? It ain't Trump. There's somebody behind him. Trump, y'all, but y'all don't get it. He's the president. Like you have the CEO and da-da-da-da-da of a corporation. Business, they always try to say he was broke. That's bullshit. Trump Tower still standing. Oh, man, I just get tired of all the games and the stupid people. When I used to go over there in Atlantic City, it was a whole bunch of niggas in there. Liberals. I guess they're mad because they didn't have no stop button, and they couldn't control themselves, and while their ass was out there robbing people and everything and smoking cracks or whatever, right? But anyway, right, this is what I'm saying is everything has a part. You find the strong for whatever purpose, maybe to get rid of them. It's an old adage. But you disseminate and know who the weak are, who's not even your fucking problem. A whole lot of rah, 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 rah. And they know that. They know that most of these Negroes now and the betrayers. And you got the worthless Negroes and the impositions over you, and y'all won't even see that for what it is. Not every light-skinned person is stupid and hates you. But you buy into the divisory tactics of these fake-ass agents within the media, in the radio, and everything in the corporate America, which is not America. And y'all still going to listen to these idiots. You know why it's hard for you to break free of newspapers, your eyeballs on this worthless motherfucker, and everything else? Because some of y'all get up in the AM, the first thing you do is to TV and you hit the radio, getting inundated with a bunch of bullshit. And I just had a conversation on Instagram with this goofy ass, on Facebook, this goofy ass sister out of California, and went over there to Ghana, and they said, well, welcome back, Black Americans, African Americans. Who owns the African American? I'm serious. It's a patent. Who owns it? It's a goddamn Jew. And it's deep in food, motherfuckers. It's real. These dumb asses don't get it. As if Soylent Green wasn't telling you something that wasn't already going on. You see, just someone buying to it, everything's too good. I was looking at all these little YouTube creators, right? These young ones. All of them, all they did was eat Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A got more human DNA. Listen here, man. Just research this shit. I ain't gonna put nothing out on here. And then they wondering why they prime time and all those idiots. I'm not saying this with hate. Remember, we looked up these words. I don't have to be pleasant. It's not what you to create. Content creation is looking at things outside the norm, right? I'm not here to be pleasant or unpleasant or anything. I'm here to say, hey, look, there's a plausible this and a plausible that. You know what I'm saying? What do you think? But I'm going to point out things when. Let me pull this one up. Y'all know I got it saved over here in my little thing. Hot dog, I gotta type this in. I gotta type it in. Is that it? No, AI is this dumb motherfucker. You gotta remember, Google and them fake ass Jews never want you to know the truth. What you used to type in certain words, you easy pull it up. But these dumb ass Zionists are not Jews, though they have Bernstein, this, that, Bloomberg, blah, blah, blah. They're all right in front of you. Yes, even that little dumb bitch in New Mexico, I think they got rid of her, right? The Mexican one, but she's actually fucking Jewish, right? Anyway. God damn. So let me just go ahead and read this motherfucker right here. They say American rhetoric, right? Rhetoric. I'm happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration of freedom in the history of our nation. 50 years ago, a great American whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been, we know that slave is POW, seared in the flames of withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long night of their captivity. I ain't gonna do Martin's voice, y'all. I can do it, but I'm not gonna do it. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna start Trump either, goddamn. I might take one day to read the whole thing. I've done it before, but I just want to get at this point right here, okay? Excuse me. 100 years later, the Negro is still languished in the corners of American society and finds himself in exile in his own land. Let me read that again. 100 years later, the Negro is still languished in the corners. This is I Have a Dream speech for you dumbasses. Languished in the corners of American society. It's not our place. We're to the land, as the land is to us, dumbasses. And find himself in exile in his own land. One of them HBCUs where all you black motherfucking African American, we at mother. You won't say shit on here. You won't dare come over here and say, and none of them fake ass Jews, they know to stay away. Well, not because I cast a spell, because they just know. You know, I don't believe in that magic shit like that. Anyway, I know something different. Again. And then Malcolm X said, We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us, motherfuckers. He went to Africa, came back and said, oh, shit. That's right. He knew all them Arabs. You and I have originates, but you want to be black. You want to be everything other than what you is. But what's funny, what's even funnier is you got all these goofy African motherfuckers want to claim the Negro in America. We ain't the same, motherfucker. But you won't claim Egypt, motherfucker. You won't go over there and get what's yours, motherfucker. Oh, that's right. You still fighting Haram, whatever the fuck down there. You know what? Is it really that complicated? Yesterday I had 3,600 employees because we had all the fake Jews and the little agencies and all them dumb motherfuckers. As if we could just destroy it. Yeah, okay, whatever. It's all the fuck you know. We can torture them, whatever. That's all you fucking know. Don't know life. You know exactly what you've been groomed to know. People are growing beyond tired. I'm gonna give you a little tea right quick. Let me hit this right quick. This is my sour soap, blueberries, pineapple, and some peach. Last night they sprayed a bioweapon to make you sick if you didn't get sick already. All right, so if you starting getting cold, feeling some kind of way, that's because that's what they were spraying last night. These dumb motherfuckers. Break down your immune system, whatever you want to call it. Yes, last night it probably smelled like burning wood or some shit. Yeah, that's stupid. Do you know why when the women are crying out and their husband's like in Syria right now being killed by a bunch of dumb fucks, the ones they brought over here, the CIA and them let so they can equip them with ammonium nitrate and everything else to make bombs to raise hell and terror? Yes, your CIA and certain agencies and police department officials. Yes, I've met police officers who can't stand some of the police capacity of certain police officers around the country because they say there's nothing wrong with it. I've talked to them, sheriffs and deputy sheriffs. I've talked to real solid guys who about doing the right thing. They get a little antsy and they get a little bothered by dumb shit. Now, I can't blame them. I'd want to knock a couple of you people up against the head too. But they are aware that there's some foul shit going on. Okay? You women, you cry, Jesus, and all this other shit. Allah Akbar and all this other dumb shit. Y'all say it's nothing against those who practice their faith with moral subjugation and standing, solid on it. And I have no issue. It's the hypocrites, the sociopaths, the indoctrinated, the dumbasses. Women, if you only knew that if you didn't do it in emotion, that if you cried out in a voice that resonated with the earth's frequency, that you could stop all that shit going on. Just like right now with them spraying, all you Negroes, all you motherfuckers, even you light-skinned folks, right? That if y'all didn't without emotions and feelings, that y'all could bring these planes down. That's just the tea I'm gonna give you. I ain't gonna say nothing else because I ain't trying to be. Because I might get the opportunity to spray over them 2 goddamn states. I just spray the fuck out. I would go if they give me caffeine to drink all night and spray the shit out. 2 of you motherfuckers. Every one of you in them states. I'd give me the word, give me some acid and everything in it. I just fly over you motherfuckers nonstop. Because 2 of you, I can't stand you. That's the dark side of me. I can't stand you motherfuckers. No warning either. But I'm talking about what's very possible, just unknown to you because all you know is what you know here. And that's not really anything. Okay? But that's all I'm going to say, y'all. I'm going to get here and make something up. Got to run in town, grab some water. I'm about broke as hell anyway. Usually not, but we got plenty. We got plenty to do what we got to do. I like to keep something for my truck in case something happens with it, but it is what it is. An idiot said, well, once you should do it. I says, if you was here with me, I'd probably punch you in the face, knock you out one time, and then wake you up and hit you and knock you out again. Just for even saying that, you know? But anywho, we come back later on, we'll read. We got to pick up 8 more, 4 SBS and 4 plywood. We can start decking everything off. We got to pick up one more bag of R19 insulation. We'll get that Thursday or Friday. Hopefully. Thursday or Friday, and that way we can start getting let's get off of the shit I was talking about. We can start getting up the joists, getting the walls built up, and we can let y'all see how that goes. There's a lot of things going on, and it's a good thing. Now, as far as y'all had a choice in the winter to prove yourself to come out here, Ganja's gonna be gone, so we can't just let anybody come out here. Only people who were closely related to the tribe right now, like Ocelot, original Lone Wolf, like people like that, like West Side, but he's doing, he's about the money too, and music and all that. So to each his own. Trauma Hawk, like people like that would show up. That's lock and loaded. That's But as far as all the others who had a chance. See, y'all want to wait till the last minute. I told you a lot of y'all are stupid. You're going to want to wait till something's going wrong and no. I said it in the beginning, that's not how it's going to fucking work. A lot of y'all are still selfish. You're still greedy. You're still holding on to the world. It's not even the old world, not even the new world. This is a dystopia of fucking false pledges to the worst thing. No. So we're going to do what we got to do. And for those who even suggest, hey, and you didn't make it your business to get in touch, which you see in my Gmail, everything in the comments, reaching out, but you just throw it up on here. No, I don't have to say it. Usually when you have to say something, it means you're not. But people know I am very fucking serious. I am beyond the scope of what fucking serious means. Whatever the fuck, that's not even ego. I'm giving you something that's based on a fact. Just because I like to mess with people and I like to laugh and that don't mean shit. That's just like, you like to put your socks on and put your sneakers at the same fucking place every day. I like to move my shit around the room, so you never fucking know which way I'm going or where I'm coming from. When I say something, it means what it is. Because you motherfuckers are undecided, you don't know how to. What's up, Chick? You don't know how to choose. You don't know how to make choices that can be beneficial because you are slandering and slothful and lazy. That is not my fucking problem. Okay? Don't know how to let go. You know the most wonderful people I watch? Whenever I do watch YouTube, I subscribe to every one of their channels. The motherfuckers that go van life and live in their cars and live in their trucks and shit like that, building shit out in the woods. Then they turn around and they give you a little just suppose. They say, you know what? I didn't know I had all this shit I didn't even need. They even go to their family house, grab up the little nieces and nephews. We're talking about people in their 50s and 40s and 30s and 60s too. And they say, God damn, what was I have all this shit for? No, some of you can't walk away from that shit because you think that's what life is. That's the life the enemy created. You have no idea what the fuck life is. With that being said, I appreciate y'all. I don't even want to put my cash up because you motherfuckers is cheap as fuck. So don't even worry about that. We'll make things work. Okay? Hey, Snoo, what's up, Carrie? I'll say hi. Deb D, Omega, MLL, Sharon. Carrie, I got you. Omega, I got you. Nitsa, hey, what's going on? Shalom, Selah. My baby girl, Snoo. Yeah, I know. Appreciate you, hon. I was gonna say, don't even worry about the cash up. These motherfuckers are cheap. They're cheap as fuck. Original Lone Wolf was cracking, man. All right. Fred, I got you. Just want to say hi to everybody. Anyway, y'all have a wonderful day. I think about 4:30. Come back, we'll read, because I wanted to read that other thing too, that give you a little more why you might be thinking the way you do. Let's put it out there.